you know, 2 of this card and 2 of that card and 1 of another card. The one thing I am concerned about is, like, I think these 2 scavenging grounds are going to end up annoying me, and I think not having a 25th land is going to end up annoying me. But I would rather party hard than not party at all. So I don't know what I'm saying when I make the party hard comment. It sounded better in my head. Apologies. So last time I played this deck, I just like drew a bunch of Liliana's Masteries and like could never play them. Hey, Local Dope, what is up? Hope you're having a decent midday. Alright, well, we have 1 zombie and a zombie lord. This has to be a keep, right? Even though the only zombie we have is the zombie lord. We have one of each. They just happen to be the same one. This is kind of interesting because, like, I kind of wanted to kill that before they shrank all of my friends. But this just uses my mana way too efficiently, I feel like. Somebody told me that this deck beats the red decks. I don't know if I believe it. I do know we're going to find out. Our hand is quality, though. It'll be a little sad if they have a whirly boy. Not a whirly boy. Alright. That makes me want to party. Kind of want to smash that, too. But I guess I'll just play a creature thingy instead. Because creature thingies are good thingies. Wow. That was going to impress the Ray. For those of you who don't know, I'm Ray. Hi. Scrap. Peep. Scrounger. Because these decks play Glorybringers and stuff, it makes me feel like I just don't want to rumble here. Well, okay. That's fun. Fun times. Fun times reach my high. I guess we're just not attacking. I don't know. I guess I would trade this for... I guess I can't attack because if they have like an Abrade or something, we're just SOL'd. Because then they could like kill the Lord and then double block and only lose 1 thing, and that just seems too good for them at the moment. On the positive note is, even if they can kill the Marshal now, we can bring a lover back. Wow. I don't think this is blocking, so... Shoot. That's not what we wanted to see, is it? I guess at this point we attack with them all because this could kill all 3 of those, and I would trade this for this or those. Whichever happened. No, don't kill our good one. They're down to 1 card. They're attacking with that one? Boom. I hear that's a good one. Party hardy. It'll be hard for them to beat this now, I think. Alright. So how do we sideboard here? Actually think these cards are kind of good. Definitely misclicked that. Kind of want the Doomfalls, but they're probably not good enough. I'm going to get rid of the X ones, even though our X ones can technically come back from the graveyard, so maybe I shouldn't. These things don't block very well, so I guess we can get rid of those too. Alright, figured it out. Just brought in a bunch of removal, and now we're like a big black control deck. I didn't sideboard out that many creatures. Alright, this one's an easy keep. It's not a land, but we're still going to keep it because the card's just goodness match. So they put on bottom, we put on top. Goodbye, friend. You will be missed. Hitting mono lands, which is kind of nice. Especially when we have these two Liliana Frightenings in our hand. No Chandra, please. That's a Chandra. Oh, well, that's even worse than a Chandra. JK, not worse than Chandra. Go ahead and kill it now. That way, in case they have a removal spell, they can't save it. Land? Not a land. They hit F6. That's good for us. That's not good for us. It's something. So the last two cards aren't great. Like one of them's a land, one of them's something bad. Oh, of course, it's just double Glorybringer. How do you beat that draw? That's kind of frustrating. On a positive note, if we hit another Lord, they can't kill it. Or they can't kill the zombie. Wow. Wow. They've somehow kept that card this whole time. Mind-boggling how our opponents always manage to do that. Well, we have 24 creatures. I think this card's good enough. Kinda just want to put more power in our deck. Maybe I should take out the Lilianas and put in like the other scrap heap and stuff. Alright, we gotta keep. It's kind of like pretty weak, but I don't think we can mulligan it. We have 24 creatures. So we should definitely have drawn more by now. Sorry, we have more than 24 creatures. We had 24 creatures before we sideboarded it back in scrap. Guess they're trying to decide whether they're supposed to play a Chain Whirler? Wow. Wow. Fun. Hey, Hodge. It's going well. Just getting smashed here. Sure, they'll have the land and the glory. Close, why wouldn't they? It's been pretty good. I think we went 4-1 in one league, and what do we do in the other league? 3-2 in the other league. Definitely a fan of the deck. I'd trade this and a scavenging ground for their Phoenix if that's what it takes. Of course, why would you not have mono removal spells? Whoops! I screwed up. I clicked the wrong one. They draw land, have a Glory Bringer this turn, and we lose because we lose our 3-power attacker. It's my fault for misclicking. The meta doesn't seem like it's changed any to me, Trickery. It still seems to me like you're just supposed to play red-black. It honestly feels just the exact same to me. Feels like nothing's changed at all. Like, there's still a blue-black deck, and they've put Nicoboluses in it or whatever, but I don't really consider that a change. It's the same deck, it just has a couple different cards. Like, red-black's by far the best deck in the format still. Like, it's not even close. It is so much better than every other deck. In my opinion. I think there might be a Storm deck out there that, like, ends up being better than it, but, like, I've not saw it yet. Like, I feel like there's the tools for Storm to be the best deck. What do you beat red black with very easily? You just have a player advantage of whoever you're playing versus red black is favored versus blue black mid range by a fairly decent margin. Like, it's not particularly close. think we probably win this game. Unless our opponent has another removal spell, which I don't think they do. And besides, the best deck can have a bad match or lose a bad match. I still think it's better against the field. I guess I just have a removal spell. Huh. I did not get the notifications that man, but thank you. Well, I thought we were going to win this game, but we did draw 11 lands and 22 cards, so makes it a lot harder. $13 lands and 22 cards? Or 23 cards now, rather. Or is that 12? I don't remember. There's the Glorybringer that we expected. I'm not sure how... I'm not sure how I feel about Antiquities War in the main deck. Seems to me like it's overkill. Like, I've never felt like Antiquity Wars in the main deck fixed my problematic matches. Well, hopefully they don't have a removal spell. Seems like they do. They still have 2 cards in their hand. It's a non-zombie in case we draw Liliana, I guess. Feel like they're just gonna have a removal spell pretty easily. I can't kill that, so... I'm literally undefeated on the, and congratulations, you win. I'm undefeated on the red-black side of the match. And I am pretty close to I've won like 1 game on the Storm side. That was kind of tilting. Like, we definitely should have won that game by like a lot. I've also saw Ginger just crush Storm like close to 90% in his matches. He has a larger sample size than me. My sample size is like 7, and the Red Black's won 6 of 7. Ginger's was like 13 or something, and it was literally like 12 and 1. That's fair. Was not watching that match. I've not watched any streams today. Can't believe we lost last game. We were so damn far ahead of last game. Hey, JJ. Hey, Sin. I don't know. I'm willing to take the red-black side every time and feel pretty confident. I don't think it's the braids and stuff. I think it's the clock plus the braids plus the discard spells. And I don't think, like, Karn, or I don't think Antiquities War, or I don't think any, like, I think you have to jump through so many hoops to, like, come back from all of that. I'm honestly mind blown that we lost last match. Like, if I wasn't streaming, I'd probably have logged out of Moto. Really? So it's the mirror match and we don't actually even have a swamp? That's fun. I did not play very well. We went 3-2, but we got paired versus like some of the braid decks, and the games were just over before they started. There was nothing we could do. Probably not. Like it was 4 matches versus sorry, 3 matches versus red black decks in a row. And it's basically us just praying to God they didn't draw cards the entire time. Which, I mean, luckily for us, they kind of didn't. We're just zombieing faces right now and hoping that they don't have Liliana, basically. Feels to me like they have Liliana for sure. I've never once, in the 3 leagues I played a zombie deck, 2 on stream, had Liliana on 5. But the 2 times I've been paired versus it, our opponents had it on 5 both times. I guess I need to block now, right? Is it better to kill a lord than one of those? Sure. Let's see if we can trade this for one of them. If they don't block, I think it means they have a second Liliana. JK, apparently not a second Liliana. Wait, stupid attack? He has another one? I don't know what you're saying. Take 6. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I didn't like his attack either. Alright, it's time for us to draw Liliana. JK, no Liliana. Well, we have presented a lethal threat as I throw out the parenthesis signs. Seems like that's a pretty easy no block. Ooh. I don't know how we won this game. I have no idea how we won that game. These seem reasonable here. This seems reasonable here. These seem reasonable here. Let's get these out of our deck again. I don't think I care enough to have the walking in there either. Huh. Wonder if these are just worse than these. Walk to playing for Lords seem pretty good. Yeah, hand's fine. He mulliganed and we have a very aggressive draw. It's actually less aggressive than I thought. Because I am blind and thought that I thought we had 2 1-drops, but we have a fatal push. I don't know how I'm not used to the promo art by now. You'd think I'd have to be used to the art. Goodbye, friend. You'll be missed. Pretty easy no block. Could kill his thing, but this just uses our mana better. It lets us play a spell this turn and double spell next turn. I don't care if he kills this, so. No. We have been gotten. We have been gotted. Ooh. That almost makes me want to change my mind. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If they play another Lord, it'll be 8, 9. I want to present killing their face. They have 14 in play. Yeah, don't care about that one. The Death Baron still can't attack. Rip. Could menace our things. That doesn't really feel like it does anything. We tried to hit the land to win the game. Did not hit the land. So probably lose the game now. That's what I refer to as unfortunate. They actually don't have very good attacks, so. It's just a 2-3. Guess I'll block it with this one so that I can Fatal Push a Lord. Because Fatal Pushing this seems kind of important at the moment. frustrating. If he blocks, I can Fatal Push again. If he has a removal spell for the Diregraph, we can kill the Lord, so... Take care, Hodge. Have a good day. Good day, Bob. That's unfortunate. I didn't want him to draw another one of those. Yeah, it's kind of important that we hit our land. It's not a land. It's actually probably the best non-land in their deck, though. They hit one of their own. And they had a second spell. How? It's just so tilting. Just want to cast my spells and play. Is that so hard? This is what happened the last time we played this deck, too. We literally just sat around for hours with like 5 drops in our hand that we could never play. Alright. It's just turn 9, but I guess it's good enough to win. Unless they like basically draw their own Liliana exactly this turn. That's not a Liliana. I don't think they have an out. Alright. We are the Mirror Masters. No mirror will ever give us any trouble. I really think we need the 25th land. The build that got like top 16 had a 25th land. But both the builds in the top 8 had 24s, why I went with 24. I wonder why I didn't get a notice when Rob subbed. Oh, we keep it. Can't actually cast a spell. Hey, we can cast a spell now. We're the champions as long as we're not playing a red-black deck. Like how I can't even get the entire word red-black out before they played a red-black land. Oh, it's probably some kind of Grixis deck then. But again, that's all the same principle. Alright, well, don't think we can win. Our opponent had a better mulligan than we did, so. Maybe there's some chance that, like, I don't know. It's pretty hard to beat somebody when you're not starting the game until turn 3 and they're drawing 2 cards a turn. in the mono removal deck. They did miss a land though, so I guess that's not nothing. Oh, Supreme Will, please. That would be swell. Guess I'm not attacking this turn. Because you know they're going to have at least one contempt, so... This way we have 2 blockers. Wait, what? I guess it's a fatal push then. It's the same principle though. I want to have a minimum 2 blockers this turn. Those ain't bad cards. I really want to draw a land this turn. Can't imagine how I'm going to win this game though. They're already like 5 cards deeper in their deck than us. I'm going to draw another at least 1 card next turn. At least the braids don't do anything, I guess. Just trying to set up walls here, but they're getting to the Gearhulk portions of the game, or just like slamming into Cabolas and us not being able to do anything about it. Glorybringer, maybe. I don't have anything good in their graveyard, so I guess that's something. It's not nothing, anyway. Oh, never mind. They have a fatal push. Still just dead. No outs. I would think we were a favorite versus this match, but I guess we're not. I actually don't think duresses are very good in these matches. Huh. You're tired of going back to Ravnica? I wonder what they're gonna do. Cool. Another 7 land, or 7 no land. Wonder what they're gonna do with cards on Arena when they rotate. Like, are my Kaladesh cards and stuff just never gonna be used again? I guess we'll keep that. We can play it. I'm gonna play this one, even though it technically attacks for less. Assuming we hit the land, it would attack for less, rather. Oh, we... How did this deck win a classic? I legitimately don't even feel like I've made very many decisions. He's gonna kill this. Oh wow. Do you really have a second fatal push? Because leaving this up's just wrong. So you have to have an answer to that. Of course. Hey, we needed that land. Now they get to draw 2 cards, though. Goodbye, Liliana, I assume. Yes, that is goodbye, Liliana, as assumed. Well, we have technically presented lethal. The Glint Siphoner does not block, so they have to deal with 2 of our things. Or they just need 1 contempt. So I guess it's just 1 contempt then. So I guess we'll let him block the other one. Sure. If it's just an abrade or something, that means we gave up lethal, but like I assume it's contempt while we're making the play we're making. The Scrap Heap Scrounger dying is like kind of irrelevant there. Pretty happy to get the Glint off the table. What's the worst one? Oh. Okay. Well, they don't have anything. How the hell did we win that game? Shouldn't have won that game, should we? Just gonna run it back. I'm not worried about trying to kill Glints. Like, yeah, we're gonna lose some number of games to him just having one early, but like we'd lose some number of games to just drawing fatal pushes when he doesn't have one too. So I'd rather be as proactive as possible instead. We both got to keep 7 this game. That's a change. If you were going to fatal push, why didn't you save our time? It's not like I have haste for it. Guess I'm just going to play this one. The Graveyard Marshal's a better turn 5 play. Opponent's not hitting lands again. We're also not hitting lands. I guess we're just going to play the Marshal. I really hope there's not a second Essence Scatter. Oh, it's just another removal spell. That's fun. I don't want to Doomfall. I want to keep pressure up. And we missed our land drop again. I don't care if they block. Like, the go here is, like, not to miss lands. They literally brought in duress versus us. Okay. I refuse to believe that's close to correct, but it is a card. I'll keep playing creatures. In 6 draw steps, we've hit 1 land so far. We need 2 more to really keep playing. They have more spells than us at this point in the game. Like, most of the spells they've played haven't even did anything, so we've got that going for us. They missed land again. Well, I guess we're not doomfalling if they miss land again. We're just casting the diagraph. Somewhere over the rainbow. That's 1 land and 7 cards. Our opponent's got one, or spent a lot more than 7, or drawn a lot more than 7 cards, by the way. Because they played champions and they've not been hitting their lands either. I'm just gonna keep playing a spell every turn. Apparently. So if they have a contempt, they're gonna end up taking 5 and be at 2. Oh, they have a sweeper. Very likely enough to beat us. I guess I should have thought about the sweeper. I know it's like fairly common to play him nowadays, but I guess a pretty common card to play. Like, I can't even be that upset about it. I think I even have 2 of them in my build. Just I assume whatever they have for their leftover cards is going to be enough to probably win them the game. Unless somehow it's exactly 2 counterspells, which doesn't make sense. Alright. Liliana, it's your time to shine. Yeah, what the hell? Maybe it's just Scarab God and we get 2 damage this way. We're so smart. Go, go, Dread Wanderer, go, go. You hear me? Ah. That's a good one here. Kind of want to draw either a Liliana's Mastery or an untapped land. Alright, well, if they brick one time, we've somehow won this match. That's a brick. That is a brick, friends. I don't know how we won that match. It's like round 1, I thought we had definitely won. That game, I thought we had definitely lost. Hey, Lee. What's up? We're just trying to feed our little zombie friends some brains. Gonna win 1 out of the next 2 to acquire a pity chest and feel good about ourselves. Pity chests are the best. We're on to play. That's a good sign. It's the 3rd 7 land or 7 card no hand. It's the 2nd kind of no creature hand. No, it's the 1st no creature hand. Sorry. I'm drawing either horribly or exactly correctly. I'm not sure. They're not treating me very well. It seems like a pretty miserable deck that can't beat anything. Alright, we'll keep our 5-drop with 2 lands. Our opponent mulliganed to 5 as well. Like, when you curve out and you do that stuff, it's like super powerful, but there's only 8 1-drops, there's only 8 2-drops. It just doesn't feel like it curves out very much. But I have more games like this, or like it just doesn't feel like we're doing anything even remotely functionable, than I do when like we're playing on curve. Hey, career. BW career, what's up? BC, I'll call you BWC Arrear. I don't know why. Because I'm wild. I'm wild. Killing that's fun. Now they get to just like cast a Goblin Chain Whirler or whatever, and like we still just don't get to do anything. It beat Red Black in the finals though. No Nicobolus, please? That would be swell. No, I didn't get to go see him today. The timing didn't line up right for me to catch a ride. But he's doing well. He was sick over the weekend. Supposedly he feels a lot better now, which is very nice. Come on, dog. I need to draw a Lord extremely badly. Or I guess I could just draw Vraska's Contempt and it would be similar. I'll throw my zombie away and a walking ballista just so I don't take more damage. He might play around a removal spell and just let this go to 1. Because if we had a fatal push, he loses both his things if he activates this. Whereas if we have a fatal push and he doesn't activate it, he loses nothing. So this is a pretty good bluff attack. It really makes no sense to call, I don't think. I guess it depends on what this last card is. Yeah. I didn't think blocking made any sense. Worst case scenario, though, we traded what is a useless zombie into situation for that. They'll call this time, 100% sure. But killing their Heart of Kirin actually feels reasonable. There's just no chance they don't call here. Especially when I showed them the Walking Ballista before I attacked. Or sorry, the Scrappy Scavenger before I attacked. It's not been performing very well, Venom. It just... If you don't curve, it feels like it does nothing, and it doesn't feel like it's set up to curve very well. Hey, Spirit. 2 of them top 8 at the Classic, 1 of them top 16 the Classic, and I'm just not really sure how if they didn't have the luck of the Irish on them. That's actually a good draw. Because even if he hit a removal spell for the Scrap Heap, which seems likely since they didn't play anything, seems likely that they either A, have a removal spell, or B, have another Chandra in their hand. But I just have too many games like this where it feels like both of us are just hitting each other with wet noodles. They could have just drawn a bunch of Nicoboluses, I guess. They could have double bolus or something in their hand. So I'll go ahead and play my land because of the bolus problem. That shuts us down pretty good. Playing the lands isn't that bad either because if we ever hit a Graveyard Marshal, we get to get the 5th land's relevant, but if they kill 2 creatures, then the 8th land would be relevant. So forth and so on. There's the black mana, so I assume we're just going to see bolus now and be dead. I assume even if we hit the removal that they have another bolus. Just way too many of my games feel like they come down exactly like what just happened. I feel like we need this. Feel like we need these. Scrap Heap Scrounger actually seems kind of useful. Just any recursive threat does, to be honest. They don't seem good enough though. Still have 21 creatures like this, except we've added Liliana's to our deck. This could be bad sideboarding. You're probably better than you, at least. I don't think the duresses are especially good. It's like getting a random removal spell out of their hand or another Chandra out of their hand doesn't feel particularly appealing to me. Opponent drew very badly there. The game still wasn't really close. Keep. Hand's fine. Opponent's mulliganing again. No magma spray, homie. Let us at least get this 2 in so we can feel good about ourselves. Yeah, like if we're getting that 2 in. They also aren't playing Chainwell or on 3. I wonder if I'm supposed to leave the Scrap Heap Scrounger in because like not playing a spell on 1 and 2 just makes me feel like I'm losing every game. The odds of them not having a removal spell seem slim to none. It still seems like it's worth it. I assume that we've just like led our Lord of the Cursed into an abrade. Thought about attacking before playing the Lord of the Curse, but doesn't seem right. Everybody on Moto always takes that 2 damage and then like kills whatever you play anyway, which makes no sense to me. They really not have removal spells? This card's a lot less good when your opponent doesn't have a removal spell. Discard this if they play Nico. Ooh, that was a good draw. Huh. They just ticked up there because they kind of need a sweeper to survive this turn either way, and I want it to be at -3 because if they have a sweeper, I want to be able to play our things back. Like if they like assume like they had a land or just like a Yahini's expertise or whatever, next turn we could get the Lord, the Ghoul, and the Ghoul back. Or like say they had a Sweltering Sun or something. Let's see if we can do this to start the turn. They've not had a removal spell up to this point. Even if they kill one of our creatures in response, we can just Deadlands it. So they have to have like 2 fatal pushes to survive the turn. Ah, well, when they don't play removal spells the entire game, it feels like we can win. We can spank the booty when they don't play any removal spells. I just don't think I'm changing anything. Maybe I don't need all these fatal pushes, but like Kari Zev's a pretty good blocker, and they've already showed us Heart of Kieran. I have to mulligan this. I don't want to mulligan this. Like, this hand's great, but if we don't hit our second land, we just never win. This hand's about the worst hand that I've ever saw, but I'm going to keep it because going to 5 versus the removal deck is just saying you're going to lose anyway, assuming that they draw even slightly below average. Hey Sparrow, thank you for the auto host. I get way too many hands like this, or we're just like not going to play Magic this game. I don't think I updated the deck list. Yeah, I didn't update the deck list. Let's do that now. Still have 21 creatures in our deck. What dost thou have in your hand? Oh, alright. That's a positive sign. They don't have anything. But they have 2 cycle lands, so like they still have everything. I just want to kill both of these. I feel like the game's going to go on long enough that I'm going to need to. Giving up 2 spells for 1 though really sucks. But we already know that they can like answer the next thing we play. Go ahead and mark the braid off unless they have a bigger thingy. Our Graveyard Marshal is going to be tight this game. It's going to do so many things. Seemed like they were thinking about playing something that turn. They don't have a Sweltering Sun or anything, do they? Is that what they were considering? Well, the first one of us that draws like a big 2-for-1 spell probably wins. They were first to draw a real spell. Can we just draw another Liliana's Mastery and win, please? Nope. Not terrible, though. It's good versus, like, Chain Whirler. Ooh. That's what we needed. Things are looking great for us now. In fact, we're attacking for 14 next turn. So we have a lethal attack on the table. So they drew the first one, but we had an answer to it, then we drew one. Glorybringer doesn't do anything here. Like all it does is chump block because of the Deadlands. Okay. They can do that too. They can attack, exert, and use their magma spray. Then we're just attacking for 8, which gives them things that they can play on following turns. Well, the things that they can play go down significantly when we draw yet another Lord. 3 Lords in a row. Definitely running hot. I guess they could have Hours of Devastation in their deck, but other than that, I'm not sure what they could have to get out of this. Alright, well, we got lucky and we've acquired a pity chest and we're moving onward to try to get to 4-1. Getting to 4-1 with the draws that we've had would be spectacular. Like, would feel so fortunate to do that. We accept. On the draw, already a bad sign. Hand's good though. I have a 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop, and a good removal spell, so. Good luck, have fun, homie. Or friendo. It's another red-black base deck. Just like casually play versus those every single round. I feel like they're not a good match. I can't be too surprised about that though, because like I've been saying over and over and over and over and over and over and over, I feel like these red-black decks are just the best decks in the format. So, and I think you can make them about. I think just plain red-black's probably the best build. Blue-black splashing red's like maybe the second best build. But I also think like Storm's in the conversation. I've just not saw the deck list that like put Storm over the top for me. So, but like you can pretty much just like take the red-black shell and do anything you want with it, and it'd be very reasonable. They typically don't run instant speed removal anymore, other than a braid. So I'm still just gonna cast this because I want to deal extra damage if they don't have the braid. I want to deal like 4 or whatever. I kind of want to save the Graveyard Marshal for 5. Turn 5, rather. So I guess I'm playing it this turn. I still really just kind of want to play it on turn 5. Guess it depends on whether they use a removal spell or not. If they use a removal spell like we're certainly casting it. Interesting. Just buy a thing back. Oh, this was so bad. I should have had my zombies on the. I should have had my deserts on the table several turns ago. That way I could have sacked a scavenging ground this turn. This was like a really bad play mistake by me. And it's something I actually do pretty often, and I need to correct that play. That's something I actually do fairly often. Let's see if we can kill both of their things, I guess. The chain whirler could still be a problem. Guaranteed get 2 damage. I don't think we need to do anything drastic here. Just buy back both of our zombies this turn. And attack for 4. It was a good draw, actually. Alright, so I played that game very poorly and we still got there. That's always, that always feels great. I always feel like I like all of these versus the red-black decks. I've been taking out Dread Wanderers just because I don't want them to get extra value out of a Chain Whirler. And I've been taking out these, but beyond that, like, the other 3 cards have been hard to figure out for me. Like, I think Doomfall is good enough to bring in. Maybe Fatal Push isn't perfect here. Maybe Walk the Plank isn't perfect because it's not instant. I'm not actually sure. Maybe Liliana's not good. Like, the way these matches play out, it feels like they play 1,000 removal spells, we play 1,000 removal spells, so you'd think like maybe Liliana just thrown in the late game is enough. But I actually just want to try all the removal spells on the draw for a game, I think. I just want to try all the removal spells on the draw one game. Maybe we'll cut some removal spells and see if we can be more aggressive if we lose this game and get to be on the play. I really want to keep this hand, but I can't. Yeah, well, this game is over. I'm certainly not winning on a mulligan to 5 versus the red-black deck. Probably shouldn't have put this Dire Ghoul on top. But the one way that I was like hoping to be able to beat their deck is just like play a bunch of quick zombies and like maybe the Death Baron and get there. Super hard to do versus their deck, as you see. Just like, that's just a good enough blocker. Still gonna try to make the Death Baron play work, though. They have Shocks in their deck. Shocks so bad in this format. Alright, well. They have a slightly better board, but they have more mana and as many cards, so. Yeah, now they have a much better board. They are out of cards. Basically. If we draw like Runner Runner Land, we have a chance, I think. Assuming, depending on what their hand is, of course. Oh, they just have a hazard, so we have no chance. Like we're 100% dead. They're taking too long deciding. We'll decide for them. Huh. Kind of just want to try to be aggressive, I think. Take those out if we're going to try to be aggressive. Just play these, I guess. Choosing these over the fatal pushes because they can kill chain whirlers. Alright, well this hand's good. We have to hit more lands, but this hand's everything that we want to like try to combat this problem with. I'm amazed that they have shock and not magma spray. And they drew it. It's probably a one of. Yeah, well, we need to draw lands for our next couple draw steps or we can't win. That's not a land. Alright, well that's probably game. This kind of sucks that we didn't get to play game 2 or 3 here. Our opponent had a 1, 2, 3. Which one of these decks is more likely to have that draw? You do the math. Can I just pick our cards up? Yeah, I don't even want to play in it. I'm done. Don't want to play anymore. I hate losing like this. Well, there's a reason the red-black deck's the best deck in the format, even if his build's got a lot of, like, not good cards in it. Alright, and we're dead. But yeah, like I said, several people have came in here today and asked me how this zombie deck's doing. We get draws like this a lot more often than we get draws than when we curve. Like, I don't actually see how this deck particularly wins. Because, like, you're going to have to side out some of these drops occasionally. And anytime that you have to sideboard these, it's kind of like the Sapperling deck. Like, the Sapperling deck didn't have a lot of good ones, and it didn't have a lot of good twos. And any match that you were supposed to sideboard out any of your ones or any of your twos, it just felt like you lost. And even the matches where you don't draw them out, like when you only have 8 twos and you only have 8 ones and you only have 8 threes, like the odds of playing a spell on turn 1, 2, and 3 aren't actually very high. And this deck just doesn't feel like it wins unless it goes, like 3 spells in your first 4 turns, or with a Liliana, or like a spell on turn 1, a spell on turn 2, a spell on turn 3. Feels like those are the only games we win. We had some like grindy games today where we won, but like in every one of those grindy games, anybody who watched this video in any stream, in every one of those grindy games that we won, if you notice, our opponents just didn't draw any cards the entire game, and like all they had to do is draw like 1 thread at basically any point in the game would have been over. They just had absolutely horrendous draws, and we struggled to grind versus them. I don't feel this deck. This deck's not something I'm feeling. This is the second time I played it on stream, and I played it one time off stream, and I've just not really enjoyed it. It does not feel consistent. Feels like one of those decks that is very powerful but not consistent. And I don't like powerful but not consistent decks. Like I don't enjoy playing them even. Is there anybody streaming standard for us to throw a host to? Because we got to get off and do some work. Not seeing anybody playing standard. Alright. I guess we'll just host Hoogland or somebody. I wish they'd get the MTG Arena stuff off the Magic the Gathering thing. Like, it's such a tilt to try to scroll through them all to find somebody to host. I guess we'll just host... We'll host Gabby. Gabby's playing a funner looking deck. Anyway, take care everybody. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you all for coming out. I'm not sure what we'll play tomorrow. I might play this deck again because I just want to prove to myself that I'm right about it when I'm probably not right about it and I'm just whining. But anyway, take care everybody. And for anybody who cares, I have a YouTube channel. The link's down below. And I don't know, sometime in the next 2 hours, I'm going to post a Mono Blue Storm list on it. Actually, I'm probably going to do that in the next 10 minutes. Anyway, take care everybody, and thank you.